My name is Nola McDermott, and it's just been the most wonderful journey of my life being part of Neolife. It's been decades, 5 decades of being part of this community and this wonderful business. And we were introduced, my husband and I, Rory and I, were introduced when we were young. We were ambitious. We had big dreams, and I hope a lot of you are young, ambitious, and big dreams. And our normal corporate jobs were not cutting it. We weren't poor, we weren't broke. We had a normal job, and it wasn't giving us what we wanted out of life. So we started our own business. It was very successful until there was a downturn in economy and people didn't pay. And that's when we started working Neolife at the lowest possible financial time of our life. However, let that be a lesson to you. We were absolutely rock bottom financially, but we weren't rock bottom in our minds. Our minds were still expectant, full of hope, full of drive, and we just knew we were going to make it. And so we've had the most incredible journey. You're going to hear all about how you can as well. We've paid off our bond. We bought nice cars that we dreamt of. We traveled overseas. I was able to be a stay-at-home mother and have our 2 beautiful children. And so life has been good. Has every day been easy? No, not every day is ever easy. But it's been a good journey, and we're just so excited to share it with you. And the guest speaker tonight is right here next to me, is Andrew, our son, Drew. He is, and why I'm so excited to introduce him. He was born into this business. He sat through every training session, crawling around the floor at the back of the room often. And he is now 2nd generation in our business. And I'm just so excited because next week you'll hear Samka, who is also a 2nd generation person in our business. And that to me is the greatest honor, to have built something up that is pass on a legacy. And so here Drew is. I'm going to move out the way. He's going to slide in. And thank you very much. And God bless you all.
Wow, wonderful. Thank you so much, Mom. It's always wonderful to spend time with Nola and to do work with her. Good evening to everybody on this call. I'm sorry Samka isn't here this evening, but I'm very excited to be with you, and just make sure you log on next week because Samka is a force of nature. But my goal this evening is just to really speak to the guests, the new distributors and the guests, to show you what we're all about. Neolife, as Nola mentioned, has been a part of my life forever, since before I was born. And a lot of my excitement comes from what it's done for my family. The first thing it's done, it's given us 3 generations of incredible health. My parents started using the products 52 years ago. Myself and my sister grew up on these products through our, as kids. I now am married. I've got a beautiful family. I've got kids, three children, an 18-year-old, twins who are 16 years old, and they are the 3rd generation on the product. And that's one of the greatest things this business has given us, is 3 generations of magnificent health. But financially, this opportunity truly changed our family's financial future for generations. I grew up with it. It gave us a great lifestyle. I became a distributor at the age of 18. I wasn't a very successful distributor to start with. So if you're on the call and you've been trying to figure it out for a little while, it's okay, as long as you stick to it. Because from the age of 18 to 27, that's 9 years, I really did not achieve much in the business, probably because I didn't put much into the business. I went through and I lived in London. I moved to London and I worked in investment banking for a number of years. And at the age of 27, I realized that Neolife truly was a better way to live life. I realized Neolife was a way that you could make a lot of money, number one, and that's what I was interested in. But number two, which was even more important, it was a way that you could not only make an income, but you could create a lifestyle, and you could have an impact on other people and make an income with a purpose. And so at the age of 27, I decided to get serious about my near life business. And it was just 2.5 years before I could exit the corporate investment banking world because of near life. And my real journey as a distributor started then. And I share that story with you because, as a near life distributor, you have anything is possible. And that's what I really want you to hang on to tonight is any goal or dream is possible through the near life opportunity. But to become a successful near life distributor, you have to do the work that a successful near life distributor does. We're a real business. We've been in business for 68 years. We're operating in over 50 countries around the world. But to succeed in near life, it is going to take work. And I like to be really honest with people on that point. Our mission as a company is to make this world a healthier and a happier place. We want to end the trend of poor health and the trend of financial stress. And if we just look at the health aspect, we're living in a world with more science, more medication, more pharmaceutical medication and technology today than ever before. Yet people are having greater health struggles today than in our history. And we believe that the body is designed to live with health, energy, and vitality, providing you give it the right ingredients, the right nutrition, the right nutrients. And because of our modern day lifestyles, because of food processing, the food we're eating is no longer as nutritious as it used to be. A lot of the food we are eating are convenience food, processed foods that are doing more harm than good. And that is one of the key factors why we're seeing such a big health trend crisis. And so we have a product line focused around nutrition, where if you eat intentionally and through the Near Life product range, plug your dietary gaps with good whole food nutrition, you can give your body what it needs to live a healthy, energetic, abundant life. And I think that is, everything is better when you have your health. And if you want to take one message away from this call is don't wait for that sledgehammer of a disease or sickness to hit you over the back of the head before you sit up and pay attention. Health is your greatest wealth. Prevention is most certainly better than cure. I'm going to just share a few slides with you. We have a scientific advisory board who formulate all of our products. We were, in fact, the first nutritional company on the planet to have independent scientists develop and research and verify our products. Still to this day, they are the strongest scientific advisory board in our industry in the world, and they make sure that our product is world leader in all products that we do and all of our product ranges, which is nutrition, home care, and skincare. But today this evening, I'm going to keep it quite short, but I really want to focus on the financial aspect. That's what this call was about, is I believe there's a greater financial need today than ever before. We're seeing people, for starters, approximately 60% of South Africa's youth is unemployed, which is a problem. Rising unemployment and the rising cost of living is affecting all Africans, all South Africans. And to prove this, First National Bank released a study a few years ago saying majority of middle income South Africans are spending their entire salary within 5 days of getting paid. And so the cost of living is rising. Whether we like it or not, it's going up. But for majority of people and families, their income is remaining quite static or is not rising at the same rate as the cost of living. And what that is doing, it's each year it's squeezing them a little bit more, and until that balance swings into debt. And that is one of the reasons why we have a major debt crisis in South Africa today. But here's a positive thing. I believe that the tide is turning. 76% of Africa's youth have expressed a desire to start a business. Okay, and I'm talking about the youth because that is a sentiment that's going to drive up. 1 in 5 adults are starting or already running a business. Majority of Africa's youth have expressed a desire to become financially independent. They no longer want to rely on the government. They no longer want to rely on a boss or a job for their financial independence. They want to take control of that themselves. And 65% believe that the 21st century, which is now, will become the African century. So we really are seeing the sentiment start to turn in Africa. And I know that Neolife is perfectly positioned to help ambitious people build financial freedom without the risk or heavy costs of traditional business. Our goal is to empower people into business for themselves, but not by themselves, with all the support that they need to succeed, but without the financial risk that comes with traditional business. And we call this the age of the entrepreneur. And there's a little saying that you can give a man a fish and he's going to eat for a day, or you can teach him how to fish and he will eat for life. And that's what entrepreneurship is all about, is teaching a family, teaching a person to create an income that they are in control of, an income that no matter what happens politically, no matter what happens in the economy, is an income that is stable and is growing faster than the cost of living. And we have the solution. Neolife is part of the network marketing profession. It's a big global profession and industry. Right now, it's a $170 billion global industry. That's bigger than Hollywood. It's bigger than the European Football League. We have 120 million active distributors in our profession globally. And here's the exciting part. 43% of sales is coming from emerging markets like South Africa, like Africa. So that tells us, this now agrees with the stats I threw at you. The tide is turning in Africa. People are looking at entrepreneurship, but they just don't know what to turn to. They don't have a business idea. They don't have a product line. Maybe they don't have the business acumen. Maybe they don't have the capital to start a business. And that is where Neolife comes in. And there's 3 pillars that really anchor your success. There's number one, we have a product line that works. We've been in business for 68 years. And one of the key pillars to that success is our product line. We know nobody does nutrition like Neolife does nutrition. Right now, 88% of ladies in the USA are taking a vitamin supplement every single day. And that is spreading across to Africa. And so it's a real growing product line, nutrition. Secondly, our compensation plan. This is our business opportunity. It's lucrative and it's very robust and stable. Our compensation plan has withstood the greatest economical challenges faced in the last century. Our compensation plan is lucrative. No matter your goal or your dream, if you work the Neolife compensation plan, the business opportunity, anything is possible. And we hear these stories all the time. But I believe one of the greatest pillars to our success is our community. And right now, we have a number of people on this call, 34 people on this call a lot of them are part of the Neolife community. A lot of them are guests. I've just done a meeting on Sunday in Tanzania where we had 3,221 people who are part of our community. And why this community is a real asset to you, if you're looking at the Neolife opportunity, is because there's people in this community that we call Neolife leaders that are here to train you, mentor you, guide you, help you to set goals, help you to define a plan that's going to take you from point A to point B. This community is, I guess the best way we can put it is, you become like the people that you hang out with. Your income is probably the average of your 5 closest friends right now. And if you want to improve that, get around people that are more successful than you are. And you're going to find those people in the Neolife community. Now, what is the job that you need to do? I mentioned earlier that it's going to take work. The beautiful thing is, no matter your age, your race, your background, your past experience, or your education, anybody can do the job. But this is the job and the work to succeed in this business. Number one, define your goal. It's very important that you know what you want to get out of your business because your goal is going to give you direction. And make sure your goal is motivating, not to anybody else, but to you. Does it excite you? Is it motivating to you? Because some days you won't feel like doing the work, but if your goal is important enough to you, you're going to do it. I was doing a few meetings in Kenya last week, and I was talking about goals, and I was chatting to a group of people, and I said, why are you building your business? One lady said, I'm building my business because I've got 3 kids, and their education is very important to me, and I need to make more money to provide that education. I said, great, that's a powerful goal. One person wanted to travel overseas for the first time. They had fantasized about traveling. They're seeing all the travel reels on Instagram, and they want to be part of that lifestyle, and they need money to facilitate that lifestyle. Another guy he joined the business, and his goal was he wanted to build a home for his parents, and he wanted to have enough money to marry his fiance. These are goals. And why it's important for your goal to be motivating is because some days you won't feel like doing the work. And if your goal is motivating enough to you, you're going to get up and do it anyway. Your success doesn't care how you feel in the morning when you wake up. It cares about the work or the activity that you take every single day. Your goal needs to be strong. And I'm just setting you up here because this is an important part of your journey. Through your journey, there will be disappointments. There will be hurdles. There will be challenges. I can promise you that. People will disappoint you. And if your goal is not strong enough, you won't be resilient enough and you'll quit. In this business, you're going to fail many, many times. But if your goal is strong enough, you'll get back up and you will continue a little bit stronger, a little bit wiser, a little bit more skilled. But your goal needs to be strong enough to get you back up so you can continue. And we call that resilience. Resilience is one of the key skills to success in life. And the third one is your goal needs to be exciting. In this business, as I'll communicate in a moment, you will be required to build a team of other active distributors, other entrepreneurs that turn to Nearlife because they want to make an income. And if you talk about an exciting goal, if you talk about an exciting future, that becomes very attractive to other people because so often people are walking around fearful of the future, talking about everything that's going wrong. But when you talk about an exciting goal, I'm excited because I've got a business, and through my business, I'm taking my family on their first overseas vacation in December. I'm excited because I've got a business, and through this business, I'm going to live a comfortable retirement plan. Whatever it is, talk about an exciting future because that becomes attractive and it helps you attract other motivated individuals to your business. The second job is you're going to have to use the product. As a Nearlife distributor, you are going to have to become your own best customer. You're going to have to use the product and get excited about the product and become a product of the product. We want you to live the healthiest, active, best you. If you need to lose some weight, you lose it through the product. If you need to increase your energy levels, if you use the product wherever you can in your home, so you become a lover of the product because that is the greatest asset in your business. I've never seen anybody use the product, not use the product and succeed in Nearlife. Now, here's the easy part. You're already using our type of products in your home, but you're buying them from the supermarkets, from the pharmacies. We have an incredible home care range that is non-caustic, it's non-toxic, it's environmentally friendly, it is very economical. Now, instead of buying your home cleaning products from the supermarket, support your own business. Buy them from your Nearlife business. Most people are already taking a multivitamin, omega-3, a kid's vitamin. Now you can buy that from your own business. If you're not taking nutrition, then we'll teach you why it's important to start. Most people are using a skincare range. We have an organic, end-to-end organic skincare range, which is outstanding. Support your own business. So wherever you can, start buying the products from your own Nearlife business. Now, here's the real important activity. Number 3, talk to people. What do you talk to them about? You talk to people about your product and your opportunity. And when you talk to people, success happens. Talking to people causes success to happen. And two things are going to happen. Number 1, when you talk to people, you're going to do 100 points. Now you're saying, what is 100 points, Drew? Every product we have, it has a point value because we're operating in 50 odd countries around the world. There's different currencies. Every product we have has a point currency. So in this example, one of our flagship products is a product called TreeNN. Every bottle of TreeNN is worth 34 points. Okay. X amount of rands, 34 points in South Africa. You go to the USA, it's 34 points and however many dollars. You go to UK, England, it's 34 points, however many pounds. So if you used one bottle, that's 34 points. And if you talk to people and you sold 2 bottles to customers, there'll be 34 times 3. That would be a business doing 102 points. Okay, so to build this business, your minimum requirement is to do 100 points every month. And it's an easy job. And that's what I'm trying to illustrate here. It's as much as using one bottle of True NM and selling two bottles. Now, the beautiful thing is our products are consumable. And so if you find two customers, guess what? They're going to eat their bottles in a month. And so next month you can reservice them. Okay, so 100 points is key. And that comes from using the products in your home personally and talking to other people and building a customer base. Now, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat box and I'll try and address them at the end. The second action that happens when you talk to people is you're going to go out and you're going to sponsor other distributors just like you. You're going to build a team of other distributors. And when I mean sponsor I mean sign up other distributors. And here we've got distributor 1, 2, and 3. They join the business not because they just want to use the products, but they have said, hey, I'm just like you. I'm working as hard as I know how, but I'm not making ends meet at the end of the month, for example. Or I'm just like you, I've got a job, I'm doing okay, but I'd like to make a little bit extra money because I want to improve my lifestyle. And that might be traveling more, buying a new car, educating kids, preparing for retirement, moving to a new suburb, anything. And the goal is to go out and find 3 new distributors every single month. They say, yes, I'm going to become a Near Life distributor because I have goals and dreams, which I believe I can achieve through the Near Life business opportunity. Why do I want you to find 3 people? Because it's a game of numbers. Out of 3 people, I know 2 will probably not be very good at the business. That's just the way it is. I'm not sure why, but out of 3 people, 2 will probably not be very good. They might be good product users, they might become a good friend, but generally out of 3 people, 1 of them is going to become like you, is going to become a business builder. So every month to do the 2 jobs. Number 1, 100 points through the product that you use and the product that you sell. And number 2, go and sponsor or recruit 3 new distributors. And out of 3 distributors, we want 1 of them to duplicate this process. Okay, so if you build this into your business, I'm going to show you how to get from 0 to 15,000 Rand per month by June, well, in 6 months. So month 1, you go and find 3 people. Out of your 3 people, only 1 of them is good. So you plus 1 good one, that's 2. You each do 100 points. Your business now does 200 points. At this point, you're going to make a little bit of retail profit from the products that you sell. February, month number 2. There's 2 of you in the business. You each go and find 1 good one, 1 good new distributor. So you got 4 of you in the business. The 4 of you each do 100 points every single month. It's as consistent as gravity. You'll now get your first little Near Life bonus of 3% plus some retail profit, which will equate to about 150 Rand. Not a lot of money, but we can exponentially grow this and add zeros to this number. Month number 3, there's 4 people in your business. You each go and find 1 good one. 4 plus 4 equals 8 people in your organization, your business, each doing 100 points. That equates to an 800-point business. We're going to pay you a 5% sales volume bonus, a little bit of retail profit from the products that you sell, and you'll earn yourself about 500 Rand extra that month. Month number 4, 8 plus 8, 16 distributors in your organization, each doing 100 points. That's a 1,600-point business. We aren't going to pay you a 5% sales volume bonus. That is going to double to 10%. You're going to earn a bonus of about 1,500 Rand. Month number 5, 16 plus 16, 32 people in your business, each doing 100 points. That is a business doing over 3,200 points a month of business. This is growing exponentially. That is going to earn you about 6,000 Rand on a monthly basis, consistently if you do the job every month and maintain a 3,200 point business. How about if we double that? Let's go and take 32 plus 32, that's 64 people in your organization, each doing 100 points. That's a business doing over 6,000 points. That is how we'd pay you 15,000 Rand extra per month. At this level in the business, we'd call you a Near Life director. As a Near Life director, there's a lot of additional perks. You plug into our leadership training programs. You unlock other areas of income. Because when you are a director and you develop other directors with a business of this size, let's say in this example, you develop 3 other directors in your business, your income would be 25,000 Rand to 60,000 Rand per month. Not only would you earn a decent income through Neolife, but we travel overseas once a year. And so this year in May, we're taking 813 of our world team members who have a business like this to Cairo, Egypt. In May 2027, we'll be taking another 800 odd entrepreneurs, near life business builders to another exotic destination somewhere in the world. So if you like to travel, there's a lot of travel in this business. What would happen if you went out and developed 6 directors? If you became a director and you developed 6 directors in your organization, you would step up onto our president's team. As a president's team member, your starting monthly income is 100,000 Rand. Okay, that's starting. It can grow. You can add zeros to that if you want, as people have, but that is a starting income of a president's team member. And you're looking to, if you really work this business, you're looking at a 3 to 5 year program here. I want to just give you clear timeframes. This isn't an overnight business. But as our world team, as our president's team members, you travel overseas with us twice a year. Last year we were in Lisbon, Portugal. The year before we were in Paris, France. In September this year, with all of our world team members from around the world, we are going to Amsterdam. And so there's a lot of fun that we have in this business. So I hope I've clearly communicated the job that needs to be done in this business. And you might look at that and go, that's easy. And it really is a simple job to do. And I don't want you to be deceived by the simplicity, because I believe the power is in the simplicity. You do 100 points every month, and every month you go and find one other person who joins your business and commits to 100 points every month, and they duplicate the process, and you duplicate the process month after month. That's the simplicity of the Neolife compensation plan. So just in closing, a few success tips that I was mentored into and learned along the way. Consistency is your best friend in this business. If you want people to take you seriously, be consistent. Be consistent in what? Be consistent in your product usage. Be consistent in your attitude. Be positive about the future. You really have to believe that there is an exciting future waiting for you. Be consistent in your activity and your action. Your activity, your key activity is talking to people. And to make sure that every day you're out there meeting and talking to new people in your daily life, or whether it's on social media, consistency is key to your success. Develop resilience. I covered this a little earlier, but I'm going to touch on it again. You only win in this business when your mind is stronger than your emotions. You only win when your mind is stronger than your emotions. You will have disappointments. You will have failures. But if you choose to get up and continue, then success is possible. You only truly fail in this business when you quit and you don't get back up and continue. Thirdly, think big. Big goals, big results. Small thinking, small goals, small results. It's just as easy to think big as it is to think small. So choose to think big. And I always fall on this Bible verse, Jeremiah 29, verse 11. The Lord has plans to prosper you and not harm you, plans to give you hope and plans to give you a future. Believe that you've been put on this earth to be blessed. Believe that there is a good future waiting for you. When you believe that when you are blessed, you can go out and be a blessing to others. And this is something that I was taught from a young age by my father. He said that your success can help so many, but your failure helps nobody. So choose to be successful, but success starts in the mind, because your reality is only a few steps behind what is going on in your head. Are you thinking about everything that can go wrong? Are you thinking about how difficult life is? Are you thinking about the things that you might not be good at? We got to change that around. We got to think about the possibilities. We got to be able to see the possibilities and see success in our lives before it actually becomes a reality. And that is, for me, has been the greatest asset of being a part of this Neolife community. I got to rub shoulders and spend time with people that helped me develop that skill. And what I can promise you is when you develop that skill to believe in yourself and believe that you've been put on this earth to be blessed and that success is possible for you, then you start the journey to success. Then you can plug into the near life opportunity and follow the plan that I just given you and achieve anything that you want. And then finally, eliminate all excuses from your life and from your business. Right now, we started a new year. And I'm guessing many people on this call have started the year saying, this is a year that there's going to be change. Whether you picked up a gym membership or you started using an old gym membership, or you're thinking, well, things have to change this year. If there's something sitting inside your heart where you're going, okay, I want something different. I'm frustrated. Maybe you're living that life of quiet desperation. Then let's do something about it. If you want things to change, you have to change. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing every year, expecting a different result. And what I can promise you is if you don't change what you're doing, you'll be having the same conversation with yourself in January 2027. And so often people let little excuses stop them from achieving their full potential or keep them living in mediocrity. Things like, I don't have time. Time management is the best kept secret of the rich. We're all busy. I get it. We are all busy, but we all have 24 hours in a day, and we need to figure out how we can carve out some of that time to invest in our business. People say, well, I can't sell. I was one of those, actually. I'd never sold anything in my life before. We're not looking for people who can sell things. We're looking for people that can use a product and talk to people about a product and opportunity because they are serious about adding value into the lives of other people. People say, I don't have the money to get started. I'm excited, but I don't have the money. That's okay. I get that. Things can be tough. But the question is, have you been working for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years? You still don't have the money. Things need to change. And so I encourage you, you might have to dig deep. You might have to sell something to raise the capital. And you can get started for about 1,000 Rand, where you get a full business kit with your website, with product, with training. So it really isn't a big cost to get started in the business. And finally, people say, I'm going to do it, but I'm just going to think about it for a little bit. And they think about it, they forget about it. That essentially is an excuse. Choosing not to take action is a decision. So I don't know where you are at on this call, but if this has been of any value, if you're a guest, you might think these people are crazy. That's okay. We're going to do it anyway. But if you are on this call and you are thinking, well, this could be what I'm looking for. This could be the answer that I've been praying for. Then I'm going to encourage you to step out of your comfort zone and give it a shot. Make that decision. Say yes. Get started. You don't need to know it all now. That's something I had to really wrestle with. You don't have to be good and know it all now. You can learn, just get started. It might be a little bit messy in the beginning, but just get started and you'll learn how to do it along the way. Success is often learned along the way. So team, it has been wonderful to spend this time with you. Thank you for your comments and great. Benele, thank you for your comments and I'm wishing you a fantastic rest of the week. To our guests, please get back to the person that got you onto this call. If you have got guests on this call, please make sure you reach out to them straight away. Get the questions answered so you're in a position to make an informed decision. And if that is yes, I want to become part of the business, I'll be very excited to invite you to this Near Life team and this Near Life family. The future is bright. God bless you all.